Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Yahweh is the true name of Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is the true name of the Heavenly Father's Son, the Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who I learn this truth from, and peace and blessings goes to the hopeful elect, my brothers that are out in the highways pushing his word and his truth in sincerity. I'm the brother Isaiah from GMS Los Angeles, and in today's lesson, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. But in today's lesson, I'd like to go into the Egyptians will the Lord give over onto a cruel Lord. And this is basically from the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 4. It says, "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai of hosts, the Lord of hosts." All right, and as we are in the year of 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, it so happens to be the election year. We have Kamala Harris and Donald J. Trump running for being the next president. And hopefully, Lord willing, whoever is in office is the one that usher ins this NWO. All right? Because a lot of these people, these people that voted for Trump or voting for Harris, thinking that either one of them is going to make America better, is going to, better their situation. Think that, these leaders, these presidents that are set up are here for your benefit, are here for your cause, they care for the people, which that's all a bunch of BS, because each president that's in office, all right, are all for the agenda of the wicked elites. They're not for the agenda of the people. All right, they're not for the people. They're for pushing in and ushering in this NWO. And Donald J. Trump or Kamala Harris could be one of the presidents that the elites use to usher in this thing. All right. So all this trusting in man, trusting in these different leaders, not having the understanding that they're not really for your cause, man. All right. All these presidents set up all these promises and really don't, fulfill all of them, because they're not, like I said, they're not for the people. They're for the agenda of the NWO. They're for pushing what the elites want. They're puppet masters, because that's what all these presidents are. They're just puppets, man. All right. But the fact that we're seeing another presidential race, all right, which this could, either or, these two could be the one that usher ends this thing. So let's go back to Isaiah chapter 19, but I'm going to start at the second chapter. The second verse. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2, and it says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." All right, so when it says, "and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians," it's not referring to the ancient Egyptians, which were the Sudanese people. The proper way to, to call the Egyptians, but the Mizraim, all right, or the people that claim that they're the ancient Egyptians, Egypt today. The Egyptians that is referring to is America, all right, because America is spiritually called Egypt, all right. When you go to the book of Revelation 11 and 8, it mentions the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Okay, Sodom and Egypt. All right. So when it says, "I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians," it's speaking towards the Americans versus the Americans, and what you call different classes of wars. everyone talks about a civil war. All right, you're gonna have a lot of civil unrest. You're gonna have a civil war. You're gonna have race wars. All right, you're gonna have as you read, continue reading in this verse, it says, "And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." All right, and that's the times we're living in, man. All right, where you're gonna have a civil war, you're gonna have city against city, because even within these states, like for example, you have California, but within these states within these cities in California, all right, you have certain cities that are really Republican or reservative, all right, and they're gonna go against the governor. All right, the year 2020, 2021 was the perfect example of that. Governor was passing all these laws, and certain cities in Cali were not with it. All right, so it says, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, say the Lord of hosts." So the Lord's going to give over unto Americans a cruel lord, a cruel ruler. All right, when you go into the word Lord, as you notice, this one is in all lower case out of one, which is firm, strong, Lord, master, all right, master, king. All right, sometimes like it says master or husband or a king. You know, you when you approach the king, you know, in the ancient world, you'll say my lord. You know, if you have a woman in the ancient world, the woman will call their husband my lord, because Lord, you are, when someone called you Lord, that means you're the master or a ruler. All right. And these presidents that you see today, they're put on the forefront like the rulers of America, but really they're just puppets. But because they're puppets, because the ones that really control America and have the say so is the wicked elites. All right, they really control this place. They really have the say. So what's going to happen of who's going to be the next president? All right, they're not just going to put no random person up there. All right, they're going to put someone that's down with their agenda. And these different leaders, each president was down with their agenda, because if you're a president and you go against their agenda, what happens to you? You're going to end up like Abraham Lincoln. You're going to end up like a John F. Kennedy. All right, assassinated. All right, each president that's set up is down with the New World Order. When it's time to come, all right, these presidents that put on a show for the American people, like they're for your cause, like they care for you, or they're here to help you. They're here to better this country. All right, they're here to to keep the families together. All right, all the promises that they make, all that's gonna be thrown out the window, because when it's time, when they get that call and it's time to really put in the squeeze, to really take away your rights, is gonna be shown, man. All right, you people are finally gonna realize that these presidents were really never for you. All right, and really the government is not for the people as they claim to be. All right, the government is for this NWO. All right, they're all for the agenda of pushing this new world order, man. All right, all these politicians, all these senators, these presidents, they're all part of a secret society, whether you know it or not. They're all part of a club that you are not invited. Okay? This is all like an act. To be a good president, you have to be a good actor, man. All right? So let's go back to Isaiah 19:4. So it says, the hand of a cruel Lord. Why are they going to be cruel? Because of what they're going to do in these times. When chaos ensues, all right, these whoever is president at that time is going to take away all your rights. It's going to declare martial law. All right, it's going to lock up you Americans in concentration camps, all right, or FEMA camps. All right, seize your property, separate you from your family. Okay? They're gonna bring back. Hey, you already have Donald Trump talking about bringing back the guillotine. Okay, which we all know the real reason why. All right, because real soon, a lot of these guillotines are gonna be used on you people, man. You people that are against the NWO, the New World Order, the people that refuse to take the chip. All right, they're gonna be passing the most strictest laws. All right, they're gonna take away all your rights, and that's when you people are gonna realize that a cruel one is set to rule over you. All right, they're not gonna show no compassion. They're not gonna care about your family. They're not gonna care about your wife. They're not gonna care about your jobs. Because right now, hey, you have Joe Biden, all right, which a lot of people are blaming that guy for destroying his country and ruining the economy, which he's doing exactly what the elites want him to do, man, because they have an agenda at hand, and that's to bring in the New World Order and have everyone chipped. Have everyone chipped. That's part of their new NWO, is having everyone chipped. And in order to have everyone chip and bring in this digital currency, they have to get rid of the old one, in which we're seeing the process of that happen right in front of us. All right. All right. Let's see.
Strong's 8.
Slakia. The Hebrew word is quasha, which is hard, cruel, severe, difficult. Right? They're going to be severe. They're going to be cruel. All right, for example, locking Americans up in concentration camps for protesting. Because, hey, every American has the right to protest, right? You have that right. But real soon, that's going to be taken away from you. They could pass laws to where you protest, boom, you put in a concentration camp. All right, you protest, it's cut off your chip, and then they lock you in the prison. You have no right. You have no right to a lawyer. You have no right to see a judge. They don't even have to tell you. They don't even have to tell you why they're locking you up. All right, they could just put you in a camp. All right, you're gonna see no judge. No one's gonna be there to defend you. No one's gonna be there to get you out. These are the type of things that are gonna be happening in these upcoming times, in these days that we're living in, man. These evil times. All right, because these different presidents are gonna be passing these laws. All right, taking away your rights, so they can do these things. All right, this is what's going to set up the Egyptians against the Egyptians. This is why when you read Second Ezra 15 verse 14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." Now you gotta think about it like this. Throughout all these years, you have nothing but uproars of the people, just here in America alone. People protesting, all right, what they call peacefully, even when it's not peaceful, when there's hands-on violence or people throwing rocks and Molotov, it's still not as violent as it is with a gun. Okay? But the time is coming where these people are going to lose everything. All right, the economy is going to collapse. All the promises that these presidents promise that they're going to do, how they're going to better the economy, create more jobs, and so on and so on. They have not fulfilled or fulfilled on their promise, have not done what they said they're going to do. When these Americans lose everything, especially these patriotic Americans, these Edomites, all right, when they lose everything, when they can't go to work, when they can't pay their mortgage or their rent, they can't keep their car, and more importantly, when they can't feed their family, when they can't afford to feed their family, when they lose everything, that's gonna get people to what? Riot, man. That's gonna get people to take their guns and use them, and it's gonna be all-out war zone. All right. So it says, "One people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." Swords is guns. All right. People are gonna have guns. All right, not ancient swords, but a modern day sword, which is a gun. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men," right? Uproar. All right, when that's what they charged Donald Trump. They charged him for sedition, which is an incitement or of resistance to an insurrection against lawful authority. Right. You're gonna have people that are gonna go against the government. They're gonna have an insurrection against the government. All right. So it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another." Right, because during this time, people are gonna that don't have anything. All right, they're gonna go and try to take others. All right, take what other people have, what they don't have, and that's already happening. You already have mass mass house break-ins, and it's just for jewelry and money, but real soon it's gonna be for food and the items that is necessary for survival, man. All right. So it says, "They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and their courses, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Right, man. They're not gonna regard these different presidents or these politicians or governor and mayors, man, because that's when these people are gonna finally realize that they've been lied to all their life, that they've been in a great delusion. All right, they're not gonna regard what they're gonna have to say. They're gonna have these different presidents, or you're gonna have the president, or Trump or Harris. So you're gonna have these different governors of these different states go out on TVs, making a speech trying to calm people down. But people are not gonna have it, man, because they already lost everything. All right, people are not gonna be having it. You're gonna have people that are gonna march to their houses and try to take them out, man. That's how bad it's gonna get. They're not gonna be afraid anymore. All right. Hey, people. Hey, when you're a politician, it's mandatory that you have your house where you live at registered on some on website. I forgot what it is, but basically everyone knows where you live. And when people are upset, what they do is they go and protest peacefully, right? But eventually they're not going to protest peacefully, man. These so-called peaceful protests is going to turn violence, very violent, to the point where it's going to be out of their hands, out of the government's hands, to where it's going to create all this chaos, where they're going to have to bring in order. They're going to have to declare martial law, take away your rights, go in house to house, take away your guns, and so on, man. It's going to get very bad out here. All right, and the scriptures said that these things were going to happen. Okay? It says, and a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right. So let's go back to we looked up the word cruel, Lord, and a fierce king. Because everyone portrays Donald Trump to be a hero, right? To be the hero of America, that he's gonna be the one to save America. But real soon you're gonna realize that he was controlled opposition, man. He didn't really give two shits about the people, man. That's how he portrays right now. But he's controlled opposition, man. He's all for the elites. He's all for the agenda of the New Order and what the elites want. Okay, and he's gonna be the one to push it. And when you Edomites find out that you've been Salakia, that this guy wasn't the guy, you Edomites are gonna riot, man. All right, you're gonna secede from the United States. That's why you have all these movies of civil war, and in the movie Bushwick, which shows you a civil war. All right, and America's divided within itself, man. It's already divided. You have the left and the right. You have people with different beliefs, different people opinions. You have the Democrat and Republican Party. All right. So all it needs is a perfect chaos to get the people to really go against each other, man. That's what we're waiting for, because the scriptures speak of it. We just read Isaiah 19:2 and 2nd Esdras 15. But let's go to the book of Revelation 13, and we'll end it here. Revelation chapter 13. Wait, hold on, give me a second. I was going to get another scripture, but let's get Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." All right. Now this beast coming out of the earth is not no actual beast, but it represents a nation, specifically the Roman Empire, which is coming back through America. All right. When you read up, it mentions the deadly wound being healed. All right. How was the deadly wound being healed? How was the Roman Empire healed? Through what you see called America. All right. And just like how Rome had a political party, they had the patricians and the plebeians. Right. America has the same thing. Okay. America has the Democrat and the Republican Party. All right. Same thing. All right. Because they're the same nation. America's Rome all over again. It's modernized Rome. All right. So it says he had two horns like a lamb. That's the two political parties. Rome had, again, the plebeians and the patricians. America has the Democrat and the Republican Party. All right. So it says like he had two horns like a lamb. All right. They come like a lamb. They come humbly. All right. These Democrats and Republican, they act like they're for the people. They act like they're for the benefit of the country. All right. They act like they care for your cause. All right. They make all these promises, like what they promise, what they're gonna do when they're in office. All right. They come. They come. When something bad happens, they make sure to tweet about it or to have a press conference about it. All right. But they come like a lamb, like they're for the people. Right. And he spake as a dragon. All right. When you go into the word dragon, the Greek word is drakon, which goes back to a guy named Draco, which was a Greek legislator, a law writer that wrote the strictest and harshest laws for the littlest crimes. All right. And Esau, these different, the government, they have laws already in place that if you go out and speak against the government, if you go out and speak against the New Order, you go out and even teach this truth. All right. When you go out and teach this truth, you go out and speak about the Lord, and you read the Bible in your hand, they could lock you up for that. Put you in a concentration camp. Give you no lawyer. You have no right to a lawyer. You have no right to see a judge. All right. They could separate you from your family. They can seize your property. All right. They could put you to death for the littlest things. Just because you out speaking about the Lord, speaking this truth, you found reading a Bible, or you're speaking against the government. You Edomites, real soon you're gonna start to think that you're in China or North Korea. You're gonna think you're in a communist state, man. And really, this is America. All right, the real America. All right, because real soon these governments that act like they support your rights. Yeah, you have the right to protest. You have the right to bear arms. All right, you have all your rights, but real soon they're gonna take all that away. All the rights you think you really had are gonna be taken away just in an instant, man. All right, they're gonna be locking you people up. It's gonna be bad out here, man. And that's when you people want to know that you actually had a cruel Lord, fulfilling Isaiah 19:4. So for you dummies out there voting for these people, arguing, watching the debates, all that's just for entertainment, man. And it's all an illusion to keep you people asleep. All right, because they already know who's going to be the president. Donald J. Trump, if he was the guy, he already knows he's going to be the guy. If Harris was the woman, be the first woman president, she already knows. All right? Your vote don't matter. So, with that, I'll end it there. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Shalom.